Can anybody hear me? Welcome everybody, friends and pals, guys and gals, boys and girls around the world. This is one of the members of the Ravens flock. My name is Juan Arauz. I'm a member. I'm the host of the Black Files, one of the heads of the Ravens flock, of the tech guru of the team, and I am here to, well, is this thing even on? Okay, I'm gonna need to do something. Give me a second, folks. I'm trying to actually get the parking thingy working. Hey there, Jose, Green-Eyed Dragon, how you doing? It is windy. It is kind of nippy out here in Clearwater. And I'm back. Jose, spread the word. Let people know. I know you're on it. Share it everywhere. Share this. Do me a favor. Share this on Twitter. Tag Louis Lecca at NerdLecca. Tag Andy. Tag Steph. Tag them all. What's going on? Hi there, Green-Eyed Dragon. That's exactly what I said is going on. I am parked next to the Pinellas County Courthouse in Clearwater, Florida. And at a nearby Publix, I picked up a dozen white roses because I intend to go to the Fort Harrison Hotel, which is a building owned and operated by the Church of Scientology. And it is their spiritual retreat center. And I will be laying these flowers down. The clear choice, our buddy Mark Bunker. He's running for re-election. Going to be laying these flowers down at the Fort Harrison Hotel because on December 5th, 1995, 29 years ago, a woman by the name of Lisa McPherson was held against her will in the building in the Fort Harrison Hotel by the Church of Scientology. She was a Scientologist. And she was held there for a total of 17 days, where she was practically isolated from the outside world, where she was treated to a brutal and inhumane form of psychobabble that that Scientology uses in order to try and recuperate someone from a psychotic breakdown. And after 17 days, Lisa McPherson died. She was fed medication through a turkey baster. She was held in a room in the Fort Harrison Hotel where she was bug bitten, infected, and rather than taking her full name, it's on the title, Lisa McPherson. McPherson is with the PH. So what I'm doing is I'm out here in Clearwater, which is a very nice place, actually. See, Pinellas County Courthouse. Very nice. That's the one. That's right, Jose. Now, for the record, I'm not trying to ape anybody's views. I'm not trying to say or do anything derogatory or say or do anything cruel. I have absolutely no intention in any way, shape, or form to break any laws or commit any crimes in any way whatsoever. I am a law-abiding citizen of the state of Florida in the United States of America, and I am exercising my right, protected under the First Amendment, to freedom of expression. And in accordance to that freedom, I'm going to be laying these flowers down at the Fort Harrison Hotel in her memory. Speaking of which, this building right here, you guys recognize that that cross? That is not the Christian cross. That, my dear friends and flockers, is actually the cross of the Church of Scientology. You can tell because there are 8 points to this. Not 1, 8. See that? Not a real Christian cross. Thank you, Jose. Thank you for sharing the link. This building is the building of the headquarters for FLAG, for the Sea Organization. It is their HQ. It is their office. Very opulent, very nice buildings. And pardon me. Now, I have no intention of causing any harm, causing any trouble. And if you guys don't believe that, what I said here earlier, Haley Ray Stout, hey up there, Haley Ray Stout, welcome. See, flag. There's their Scientology building. This building that I'm walking around here is the Fort Harrison Hotel. Be careful, I haven't gotten to watch videos a lot lately, but the short I have seen with Lewis are crazy and scary. Yeah, they are. But this is their mecca. This is their home. This is their home base. And somewhere in this building, on December 5th, 1995, Lisa McPherson lost her life. Now, the full breakdown of the story is tragically a story of it's a matter of public record. And what happened is this: Lisa had been in the church for upwards of 17 years. And one day she was in a car accident, and it appeared that she had a nervous breakdown. She had removed all her clothes and began wandering away from the accident scene, at which point the police had picked her up, brought her to a local hospital, and barely an hour in the hospital, where she was being treated for her injuries and being treated with psychiatric care because she was having a mental breakdown, Barely an hour in, 10 Scientologists entered the hospital to reclaim her. Apparently, she was a person of prominent standing. I'll do this one at a time. One rose. That was when the Scientologists had actually convinced Lisa to return with them to receive proper treatment. At which point, Lisa McPherson was brought here to the Fort Harrison Hotel, which was an actual hotel that was renovated and bought by the Church of Scientology, and today serves as their Mecca, as their headquarters for being able to have a spiritual retreat in order for them to help you get clear, in order for you to help reach your levels of operating Thetan, which will allow you to come closer and closer to the truth. And yeah, my figuring is I'm going through the neighborhood. Yeah, I figured that'd be a nice idea, you know? Wish there was somewhere where I could post myself. What'd you guys say in the chat? If you think of Lewis's wife, I don't think we were talking about a different Lisa from 26 years ago, from 29 years ago, actually. Yeah, I know. Besides, I don't really come down to this side of town that often. Now, if you can see there, that is a hidden camera. Hi there, welcome. You're live on the Ravens Flock. All Clearwater Police Department officers are authorized representatives to advise any persons to leave these premises. Failure to vacate says after being instructed to do so may result in an arrest or trespass after warning. Good to know. I'm not here to trespass. I'm not here to harm. I'm not doing a blasted thing to anyone. I've walked by several people who were actually entering or waiting to enter the building. It is not my intention to actually enter. See, this was where I was intending to try to park, but I had to park a little further. Just for my sake. I have nothing to be nervous about, Jose. Oh, fearless leader, brother of mine. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's a Sunday. It's a nice, relaxing afternoon. It's chilly, but I'm at peace. Now, you see I walked past that courthouse, and I walked past this office, so I've just rounded the block. This entire building here, that is the Fort Harrison Hotel. This is where it happened. This is where Lisa McPherson was held against her will for 17 days, deprived of human contact, barely allowed any food, if at all. And she died. It's a tragedy the likes of which had never, ever been seen within the church, in the history of the Church of Scientology, in the history of this cult. Now, here's our boy, who is in fact the clear choice. Mark Bunker, City Council seat number 2. Absolutely. Now, Mark Bunker, he is an Emmy award-winning filmmaker who serves on the Clearwater City Council at this time. And he is running for re-election. And check it. Here's another poster of his. He is endorsed by Clearwater Firefighters, Clearwater Fraternity of Order of Police, Watch 10, and of course Leah Remini. And if you guys watch our programming, watch our channel, you know our podcast, The Black Files, is the uncensored and uncompromised interview and review podcast of the Ravens Font, and that is where we had Mark Bunker last year as a special guest. Okay, I am here. I find it curious that the Fort Harrison Hotel itself isn't in the map. Why is that? No one's doing anything. No one's done anything, right? Why wouldn't the Fort Harrison Hotel that I can see right here with my own eyes, why would that not be included here at all? So weird. It's very odd. Okay, so I'm causing no harm. I am damaging no property. I am making no attempts to interpolate anybody, as the old language of Scientology goes. Yeah, that's their word for causing trouble or causing anyone tumult or hassle or ruckus. Flim-flams, if it were, as it were. You said you shared it with everyone. Did you manage to tag Lewis, Steph, and Andy on Twitter? Lisa Boo, hey up there, Lisa Boo. Welcome to the special live stream where I am laying down flowers for Lisa McPherson. Okay. And to answer any lingering question that may have been on here, when I went past the hotel on this side of the block earlier, and when I was covering the camera, covering it like so, it was because there were children waiting in at the curbside, waiting to enter a white van. It appeared that these children were in dress clothing, and that they were, I can only assume, entering from were exiting the building. So they were inside the Fort Harrison Hotel and were exiting. So I can only logically assume that these were children who belonged to Scientologists, ergo making them Scientology practitioners as well. And it's a little tragic as far as I'm concerned, because as far as I'm concerned, the way that the Church of Scientology treats children in terms of their upbringing, in terms of their rearing, children are treated not as children, but as basically miniature adults. They're given tasks to perform, they're given jobs to perform, and I can only assume that they are also put through the auditing sessions that adults go through, which means it's logical to assume that these children and their parents are being made to pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in order to get clear. Lewis is still live on both streams. Awesome. I'm glad to see that. And I hope that Lewis and the LA crew are okay. I hope they're doing all right. I'm about to cross from the here. Look at that beautiful sky. It's lovely, isn't it? Look at this bus. You see that? That's a bus for members of FLAG, members of the Sea Org. Yeah. Man, I really hope everything turns out okay, because I don't really get to travel this side of town very often. I know it is beautiful. It's like what? 5:30? Yo, no, wow. Daylight savings, 6:32. I forgot about daylight savings and it was just last night. I'm over here thinking it's 5:30, it's 6:30. It's gonna take a little time to get used to. It's okay. It happens. A little bit more activity along the block here. Just letting y'all know. That little white shell bus, that's where the children were standing in front of, so I didn't want to film them. See? Walkway and into the flagpole. DLS messes with everyone. Yeah, no kidding. Thankfully, we live in the age of smartphones, and smartphones adjust automatically, even if the brain doesn't. But give it a little bit of time. Matthew Coburn, hey up, Matthew Coburn. I got you and Lewis in live at the same time. And Steph. Oh yeah, Steph is live right now, isn't she? Good gracious. I really ought to give Steph a call. I hope she's okay. Pardon. Howdy. Oh, same message.
Special day with the flowers?
As a matter of fact, it is. I appreciate it. Yep.
Okay, enjoy.
Thank you. You too. Have a great day. Okay. I don't want to film anyone without their permission, even if I'm on the public sidewalk. The gentleman was asking me if today was a special day for these flowers, and as a matter of fact, it is. Oh, wrong one. Like I said, I'm not familiar with this part of town, so I hit the wrong crossing sign. She's doing good. She's got more Megs being selfish per usual with Megs. Right? Meghan Markle. Can be pretty crazy, right? There we go. I'm going across the street. And it's probably closed because this church. Okay. Behind these cultists is a real church, the Peace Memorial Presbyterian Church. I'm guessing that these guys have historical protection. I hope they do. This pink building has nothing to do with Scientology, so don't you guys fret. But I am across the street from where I was just now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one of the roses and plant them into each one of the bushes as I go along this long end. But since I already made my first walk around the block, I'm gonna take a minute over here. Now, so you guys know, with this town being the mecca of Scientology, you're not gonna see many protesters. You're not gonna see many people actually standing in front of this building or the building across the street from them, the flag building. You're not going to see that because this is their HQ. This is their headquarters. This is where they like to come for their spiritual retreats. And early voting is going on. Okay, Mike Mastricerio. There we go. Let's see. There's also, again, Mark Bunker. Spring break, free park and ride to the beach. Yeah. It's a little nippy for the beach right now, though. At least for me. Man. What I need is I would need for the heat to be on without the humidity. But it's impossible to have heat without humidity when you're at the beach. The beach itself has got the blasted ocean water. So, well, the Gulf water, Gulf of Mexico. Never been to the beach. Really? Really, Green-Eyed Dragon? Oh my gosh. You're gonna have to give it a try sometime. I miss going to the beach primarily because after my neuropathy started kicking up, going into any body of water that isn't, I don't know, at least 80 degrees, if not warmer, feels like cold pinpricks, you know what I mean? So I can't do it. I can't go into a pool to save my life. No way. Unless the pool is heated. A jacuzzi would be nice. Man. I haven't been to the beach since I was a kid. Says Matthew Coburn. Man. Back in the 80s. Holy lordy. It'll be alright though. Just give it time. If you find yourself over here in Florida, Clearwater Beach is definitely the place to be. And I mean Clearwater Beach. Right? The beaches are awesome. The neighborhood, at least downtown here, where it's a ghost town. I went to Myrtle Beach in 2019. Cool, Lisa Boop. I dig it. With all this, okay, see this nice lady? That is a Scientologist. Already laid one rose down, so if I have to skedaddle park. What's this building? Any case, it's so cool. I don't want to film anyone without their permission. Okay, so I wonder what's happening with the screen wire. The Capitol Theater. What was I thinking? Of course it is. Sweet mercy. And I call myself a film guy. Man. Like right across the street. Okay, the Capitol Theater. This is a nice little historic movie theater here in Clearwater. And my behind over here is like, oh, I don't recognize it because I never get to go down to this side of the town. I never get to go to this side of the bay. You know? Check it. Okay, that's backwards. Let me just forward that. Friends of Music, first class. Musical experience like no other. Alright, so it's not a film theater, it's a performance theater. It's a stage theater. Man, you see what I mean? This is what happens when I don't travel on my own. When I don't just let loose, let my hair down, and wake up and smell the roses. You know what I'm saying? Closed on Sundays. Man! I could have used an ice cream bar. It's okay. I got ice cream at home. No, I don't. I ran out. So, yeah. So cool. Pardon. I'm taking extra care not to film anyone without their permission. The crazy thing about all this with the passing of Lisa McPherson is that after 17 days, where she was held in isolation at the Fort Harrison Hotel, after 17 days, when her condition worsened so badly that people had no choice but to take her to a hospital, they didn't bring her to a nearby hospital, which is actually just a few blocks away from this area. They took her to a hospital north of here in Port Richey, which, if any of you know the distance between Clearwater and Port Richey, it's not a short trip. It's close to maybe a half-hour drive. The reason why they took her there is because that hospital had a Scientologist doctor who they could confide in. And she was pronounced dead on arrival. I want to check the Starbucks out. It's a cool Starbucks. Folks, I really do appreciate you guys being here. I really appreciate you guys joining us. And like I said, here at Clearwater, it's really nice. It's really lovely. Okay. There was a lady running across in Scientology uniform. Member of the Sea Org, I imagine. And speaking of which, okay, historical street here, Cleveland Street in Fort Harrison. Oh, what's that we got over here? Church of Scientology. Big building right here. Cool. Green light. If I knew it was going to be this frigid, I would have brought a jacket. What was I thinking, not bringing a jacket or at least a hoodie, a zip-up hoodie? This is what I get. Gotta plan ahead, gotta think it through. Now, I am gonna have to fib should I be questioned. Actually, I want to go through all of these because this is fascinating. Clearwater, the springtime city. An aerial view of Clearwater in the 1940s. Right? 1940 to 1965. Horrors incidents concerned with the Second World War. Several large hotels in the area, including Fort Harrison and the Bellevue Biltmore, were stripped of their luxurious furnishings and filled with Army recruits who were trained here to get acclimated to the beaches of the South Pacific. So locals did what they could to make their soldiers feel welcome, keeping their downtown stores open to accommodate the soldiers' schedules, inviting the military men to events at the municipal auditorium, and entertaining the officers' wives at tea parties. Of note during this time was the development of the Roebling alligator, an amphibious tank designed by Clearwater resident Donald Roebling. The tank was tested locally and used extensively overseas. This earned Mr. Roebling a certificate of achievement from the U.S. Navy. After the war, some net veterans returned to Clearwater, bringing their families with them, and Clearwater experienced another boom. Adding another draw was the establishment of Clearwater as the spring training home of the Philadelphia Phillies in 1948. By 1950, new subdivisions were being built. The Fun and Sun Festival began and by 1957, Clearwater was the second fastest growing city in the United States. Musical heritage. I love this. Jazz concerts. Check this out. Rolling Stones, Woody Herman. You gotta be kidding me. That can't be. Fort Harrison. Also by WAZE. Also include performances by Woody Herman and his Thundering Herd and the Harry James Orchestra. Photo courtesy of Chuck Adams. I'm guessing this was the saxophone that these guys played. And this comes into interesting. The Church of Scientology in Clearwater. Right? Check this out. By the 1970s, the Clearwaters downtown had begun to suffer a plight common across the country. A 1972 study by the American Institute of Architects reported, quote, the phenomenon of the suburban shopping center competition was somewhat slow in coming to the Clearwater area, but its impact now being felt in the downtown. As a result, the overriding problem with Clearwater's downtown is that it is devoid of people. There is nothing to do, nothing to see. 3 years later, in late 1975, the Church of Scientology relocated its international religious headquarters into the blighted area and began a program of restoring some of Clearwater's oldest and most historic structures, thereby preserving snapshots into Clearwater's past. In the 15 years prior to the opening of the Flag Building in 2013, the Church of Scientology renovated, restored, or built 1.2 million square feet of property in Clearwater. Today, the church owns 22 buildings downtown, making it the area's largest property taxpayer. By serving as an international religious retreat for thousands of Scientologists from more than 50 nations around the world, the church is a major contributor to state and local tourist taxes. Scientologists come and enjoy everything Clearwater has to offer as a top tourist attraction in Florida, and more than 2,300 church staff members work in Clearwater, and thousands more parishioners call Clearwater home. Well, isn't that special? Now, one can assume that this seems to be nothing more than philanthropy. Oh, check it. Preserving Clearwater's heritage. Downtown Clearwater contains an eclectic array of architectural design, Mediterranean revival, Art Deco, neoclassical, early commercial, international style, and others. As different fads came and went, downtown facades were altered to fit the going thing at the time. In the past 20 years, property owners have taken the time and care to modernize details to bring new life to the property and restore the heritage of downtown Clearwater. So, très chic. Yeah, it ain't altruism. I'm sorry, but altruism doesn't kill people. Doesn't imprison them, doesn't starve them. Sherwood Hacienda. So that building was a Scientology building after all. Go figure. You could tell from their logo. Now, my behind was thinking that was like a City of Clearwater thing going on. Nope. I'm thinking, oh, I'm a block removed. I'm not busting anybody's chops. I'm not doing anything harmful. No, go bloody figure. Scientology everywhere. Hopefully not at the Presbyterian church over here. Hopefully. Here's hoping. But considering how prevalent these guys are everywhere around the block, everywhere around the street here, one would think, okay, there is a kid who's circling a different block. I don't know about you, but that kid appears to either be lost or just perusing the street of their hometown. Or, hopefully, Heaven forbid they're looking after me. Always nice to see the local cult going ahead and watching out for their neighbors. Man, I missed them. So how was y'all weekend? Did you guys have a good time? Certainly used it. Yeah, you're right. It is sad sometimes. But one does what one must. Crossing the stream one more time. I'm being a good pedestrian. Imagine if she was still here today. Did she used to like the cold? Did she used to like the heat? I can only imagine what it would have been like for her to still be around in 2024. Almost 30 years since her passing. It's sad. These guys do not joke around with their security. Let me see what Lisa said here. Having a good day / week, except for the hot water heater breaking down. Man! I hope they get that fixed for you soon, Lisa Boo. Because not having hot water can suck. And if it's as cold where you're at, where we've got the chill going around here, I was really looking forward to bringing friends over to the beach, but no, it's too chilly for this week, apparently. Go blessed figure. Oh, you did have it fixed. Good, good, good. Not up to me. It's up to these folks to keep themselves accountable. These monsters took her life, and I don't have a gravestone for her. Hang on, there's a child coming this way. No. And showing you guys I am not goofing around. See? And that's my dozen roses. I set one. Yeah, I believe her family was. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't remember that part of the story. Last I checked, when it comes to that, I don't know. I think I'm going to go ahead and head home now. It's too painful. But I hope that she's okay, wherever she is. I'm not ending the stream quite yet, though. Reason why I had to duck Lady Scientologist. But no, it's a nice place, if it weren't for the cult. I'm not running. By my estimate, I deserve this much. It's not just for her. Oop. I don't want to catch anybody who doesn't have, because I don't have permission.
Whoa! Oh, sorry, I didn't see you.
No, you're okay. Careful. No, you're all right. Don't worry. As long as you got your ball back. So, like, there's not bad people around here. It's just some of them, unfortunately, misguided, I guess. No, the gentleman that I just had to block from view, he was with his family. I'm guessing they were here at the beach. It looks like he parked here in order to be able to catch a bus into the beach and go off. He was playing with his soccer ball and inadvertently kicked it into these guys' bushes. By my accounting, there's no way that Scientology should have been allowed to get away with what they did. Whether you could say it was negligence or a malicious intent, whatever. The fact is, they took her from people who were trying to help her after she had a traumatic event, and she died on their watch. Lisa McPherson died in their care. People who she trusted. I'm now a block removed from the Fort Harrison building. Would you guys like me to continue taking another stroll around, or should I just wrap it from here? Because by my figuring, I've done what I came to do. I have delivered my roses off to Lisa. I placed them on the bushes of the Fort Harrison Hotel, and they will very likely be pulled down first thing in the morning when their groundskeepers come around. Either that or those guys will probably think that I'm a fan. I don't know. Definitely no fan of cults that kill their members. I accidentally missed my parking spot earlier. I nearly went all the way across the beach bridge over here, going over to the other side of the bay. Let me show you guys real quick. Okay, so I was originally trying to pass off in here, in this parking garage. Figured that wasn't the only entrance, so I was going to go around that way. But that way goes all the way over into a bridge that goes into town. Because they honestly just head home. You did your noble act by paying your respects. Well, fearless leader of mine, speak and I shall serve. Head home, Juancho. Like, I just don't understand madness that must have happened. And like I said, if she was around here today, what would she, if she had survived, if she was still alive, would she have left the church? Would she have stayed? If she had survived that psychotic break and the subsequent mistreatment that she suffered at the hands of the Church of Scientology, would it have been enough to save her life, for her to be able to boogie out and out? I don't know. I'm letting you guys know exactly where I am. I am parked over here, across the street from the courthouse. And yeah, 4-hour day parking. Yeah. I checked in over here. There's a sheriff's van over here, very nice. And I am on the other side of this nerd van. I say it's a nerd van because they got Star Wars decals on their windows, which is awesome. At least that's someone I can hopefully trust. I'm going to go ahead and get my car, and I'll finish up in the car. Because, by my figuring, I have concluded my business here. And I hope that for those of you who do not know of Lisa McPherson, that my scant retelling of the tale of how she passed will encourage you to look her up, look up her information, look up the story about her. It was a scandal the likes of which, like I said, the Church of Scientology had never gone through, because they had Operation Snow White, where they had made their attempts to infiltrate the U.S. government on different levels in order to remove documentation and or receive blackmail documentation that they could use in order to use that leverage against the U.S. government, hopefully in order for them to receive their tax-exempt status solidified. And there was also Operation Freakout, where they had made an attempt to discredit a vocal critic of the Church of Scientology by a dedicated campaign of harassment. And I am very glad that I didn't suffer any sort of trouble. I'm not looking for trouble. I would not dare to look for trouble, not in that regard at least. If there was a way to, or rather a place to safely protest the Church of Scientology, I would imagine that it would be in this area, just across the street from the Fort Harrison Hotel and the Flag headquarters there. It's all on Fort Harrison Street. It's all on that same strip of land. Now, by my figuring here, if that building was full to capacity, and I assume it was because we had actual whole children coming in and out of there, I can only assume that there were maybe, I don't know, just judging from the size of the building, a couple hundred people inside. And take into account the several flag officers or Church of Scientology building officials who were walking in and around the area. Yeah, I'd say safely maybe 200, 250 people. Because that one flag shuttle bus that I saw, it looks like that's their bus for them to go to the nearby neighborhoods where some of the folks who work and operate with the church, who work in the Sea Org, are actually reside. So I'm not going to go after them. I'm not going to go after anyone there. That's a PSTA. That's a public transit bus. That's not a flag bus. And this place has history, where it's really nice history, but at the same time, when I was looking over the mural of like historical events that happened in Clearwater, and then I come to realize, oh shit, that was a Scientology building all along. That kind of stains the kind of niceness of, oh, the preservation of historical society and all that jazz for the city of Clearwater. Like, yeah, that'd be nice, but no, it's curated by the Church of Scientology. Big eeps. I don't know. Oh, lots of filters. What in the heck? Love you, Juancho, and thanks for the stream. No, you're welcome, Lisa Boo. Thank you for always being around. Always joining us here. Much love. And truthfully, I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that I went ahead and took this time to visit this spot. I'm not going to lie and say that I wasn't nervous driving down here. The more Scientology stuff that I saw as I got closer to Clearwater, the little more apprehensive I got. But that doesn't mean I was going to lose my nerve or that I was going to strike out on my sense of duty for coming out here. And I believe that I at least made the right choice by doing this. It's a very simple gesture. You did the right thing. My Fisetter, Sperm Whale, how you doing, man? You did the right thing. Yeah, I know what you meant. Well, it's just, I was worried that these guys were following me. I was worried that these guys were going to try and stop me, or that I was going to do something that they didn't like and were going to try and have me withheld. Because you saw the big plaque that they have next to their hidden camera. Oh, that you will be told to leave, and they are authorized agents and all that other jazz, or you'll be arrested for trespassing. I was not attempting to trespass. If I was going to trespass, I would have made an attempt to enter the building, which I did not. As far as their horticulture, as far as the shrubbery, where I walked along the side of the block, on the sidewalk, public sidewalk, and I laid down the roses, each one of them. If they try to make an argument of, oh, well, that's defacing our property, that's vandalism or whatever the jazz, whatever else, then I like to say they're shrubs. They're, it's bloody shrubbery. It's bushes. I would imagine white roses would look nice on these bushes. And besides, I was doing this as a empathetic gesture in honor of Lisa McPherson. I did not know her. None of us know her. And because of this cult, because of these people who bilk vulnerable and troubled human beings for every cent they're worth and drain them dry of everything, from their money to their sense of free will, to their minds, to their souls. No one will ever know her again. Now, for a while, there was an organization, the Lisa McPherson Trust, out of which our good friend Mr. Bunker worked with as their videographer. Hey there, Aaron Cooper. Hey up, how's it going? Welcome to the special stream. What's up, everyone? Well, I already finished leaving my dozen white roses along the bushes on the outside of the Fort Harrison Hotel, which is their spiritual retreat / special headquarters, because across the street from them was the flag office, the office of the Church of Scientology. Yes, you're right, Fisetter. Mark Bunker, the wise beard man. His words are wise. His face is beard. All must heed the caution and sageous advice of the wise beard man, who thankfully is on the Clearwater City Council. And I know that the Ravens flock doesn't involve ourselves much in politics, but I personally would be endorsing Mark Bunker like nobody's business. And if it were up to me, he would have a seat for life. Or at the very least, he would get to be mayor, or he would be in charge of the Pinellas County in general and grind the axe a little bit harder on Scientology. At least that'd be my prerogative. But I digress. You're so great. Thank you, Juancho. Dude, I'm not really that great. I'm just trying to do something nice, or at least I want to do something nice. And hopefully that was kind. And if she's up there, if she's out there, you know, or whether she's in the cosmic force or the living force or in heaven, in the great beyond, whatever lies beyond this corporeal life. Hopefully she appreciates that. She probably does. I don't know. But that ends it for now. I'm going to go ahead and sign off of the parking, and I'm going to vamoose. And I appreciate you guys showing up. Do me a favor. Just one tiny favor, if you would. Share this video with everyone you know. Look up Lisa McPherson. Share her story. Let people know what happened to her. Can I say take a long way home? They will follow people. I took the long way here. I'm planning on taking the long way back. And if I've got a tail, I'd love to find out what they're up to. If I could live stream driving home safely without it being a problem, I'd do that. We'll see you home. All right, Jose. I'll see you home. I'm going to stop and pick up dinner stuff, though. And yeah, hers is a sad stare. Yeah, share this video. Be sure to like. If you already subscribed, hit the notification bell and make sure you have it set to all notifications so you know that whenever we go live. And you better believe that this will this is probably a one-shot, but I don't know. Anything can happen. Anything can happen when it comes to these guys, when it comes to the psychotic cult. Hey, Project Metal Music, you're catching just as I'm wrapping up. And do me a favor, watch the video, share the video, let people know what happened here, buddies. And yeah, until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlock Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, you remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. For the rest of the Ravens Flock, I am Juan Arauz. This has been a special live stream of the Ravens Flock. And Lisa McPherson, I'm so sorry we failed you. And I hope that you're in a better place. And I hope that justice is served one day. We are the Ravens Flock, and we are out.